Now, the number one thing in my cabinet besides that eye formula that we talked about earlier, and those other nutrients, because I'm taking all of them, and that's why I'm 75, and I do wear glasses, and the reason I wear glasses is because they're transitional. I'm looking through the top of the glass, and I'm seeing, and I can see anything I'm looking at. If I want to magnify it, if I'm going to stare at a computer in small print, then I just lift my head up a little bit and I can magnify whatever I'm looking at, so I'm able to see in detail whether I'm looking at somebody's skin tissue or whether I'm looking at a computer all day long. That allows me to do so without damaging my eyes. And so that's why I wear glasses. But I don't wear them normally. And when I take my driving test, I take my glasses off. And I don't have to wear glasses. But they're really great when you stare at a computer all day long. But my number one defense is called lutein. Lutein, L-U-T-E-I-N, and it is number 2410. I always give the product numbers because you may not be able to say the name, but you can sure say the number. And if you call 541-791-8400 and say, hey, I want that 30% discount, help me go online here, and what's the coupon code? Save big, and then you get that lutein for 30% discount, and you can put in the number 2410-2410, and you can find it a lot easier than trying to find it by name. You can find it by name, but it's easier to find it by number. For me, anyway. 2410, lutein. Why lutein? It contains zeaxanthin, 800 micrograms, which are carotenoids that form the pigment of the macula, an area at the back of the eye, key to visual acuity. It's an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. They help these carotenoids help filter out damaging blue light and ultraviolet light, and it gives you a higher dietary intake of lutein correlates with a reduced risk of cataracts and macular degeneration. And lutein may also slow progression of macular degeneration. And food sources of lutein are dark green leafy vegetables, guava, peas, broccoli, squash, carrots, yellow potatoes, corn, oranges, and egg yolks all contain lutein. The herbs that contain lutein: nettles, dandelion, calendula, chrysanthemum, and lamb's quarters are herb sources of lutein. And then there's sea buckthorn seed oil, which is loaded with omega-7 complete, and it's all organic. It's in soft gels, and this sea buckthorn seed oil, they are anti-inflammatory. They reduce inflammation. They help maintain the fluidity of cell membranes and protect the retina from oxidative damage. And higher intakes of wild-caught fish, not farmed fish, wild-caught fish, and fish oil, EPA and DHA, they reduce the risk of macular degeneration and may even slow its course. The omega-3s, fatty acids, omega-3, may help reduce dry eye syndrome. And, of course, there's cannabis. cannabis sativa. And I would suggest if you're going to use it as a food. Don't smoke it, eat it. It contains cannabinoids, which, among many actions, reduce the pressure within the eye in people with glaucoma. The first studies were done in people who smoked marijuana and showed that the pressure reduction lasted 3 to 4 hours. Subsequent studies have tried different methods to deliver cannabinoids intravenously, oral, or inhaled. The downsides are effects, dry, pink eyes, reduced blood pressure, alterations in mental state and behavior. And so it isn't something that's for everyone. It's for someone who's, when it does alter the mental state and behavior, it does it positively rather than negatively. And if it acts negatively in any if it does cause dry or pink eyes, and if it does reduce your blood pressure and you don't want it to, then and you don't like the alterations in behavior and mental state, well, then don't use it. It's not for everybody, and not every herb is for everybody, and not every food is for everybody, but this one can help to reduce the pressure, and especially of glaucoma. And of course, the legality, unless you live in a state that has legalized medical cannabis, you don't want to use it because then it's against the law, and you don't want to offend the legal people because they can get real evil about it. However, the identification of receptors for cannabinoids in the eye has raised interest in the development of eye drops and for eye health, controlling blood sugar, elevated levels of glucose sugar, and which damage proteins, and it also generates free radicals. And they accelerate aging. So this helps to control that. And in diabetes, it helps to control diabetes, which is the leading cause of blindness in the United States. And people with this disease carry an increased risk of cataracts and macular degeneration and glaucoma and diabetic retinopathy. And even in people without diabetes, or a high glycemic diets, those rich in simple carbohydrates, which rapidly increase blood glucose, have been linked to a heightened risk of macular degeneration and cataracts. So that's a little bit about the eyes, because we were asked to talk about the eyes, and that report, and whenever it's talking about any of these products in this report, you can click on each product. It takes you over to where you can see the product and the various ways you can get it. Because all of these products are available, well, not all of them, but most of them are available as a liquid, as a capsule, as a powder, in various forms. So that report is on herbalhealthreview.com, and it's under Common Conditions. herbalhealthreview.com under Common Conditions. And then you click on eyes for the eye report that we just looked at. Now we are back over here in the Uber conference, and we are also over here in Google Hangouts. So hi again. We are making an audio video of this. I hope that the audio is coming through on the audio video that we're making. I know we're live over the telephone at the moment, and we are in Google Hangouts as well. And a link to that Google Hangouts, if you want to go live audio video over the computer, that's in herbalhealthreview.com under Discoveries in Health. Gives you all the different ways you can join this conference. Now I'm going to get ready to go and talk about circulation, how to increase circulation. And let's go take a look over here. And let's go to herbalhealthreview.com and common conditions and take a look at something here that's going to help get us going with circulation. Dun, dun, dun. Well, if the circulation is due to clogged arteries, one of the things that's going to help to increase that circulation and open up those arteries is real simple. Is vitamin E. Vitamin E will thin the blood. About 400 IUs every day will keep your blood thinned down. Garlic will thin the blood and increase circulation in coronary artery disease. There is a colon and liver cleansing liquid that will increase circulation because it cleans out the debris out of the digestive tract. And that colon and liver cleansing liquid, that is, let's take a look at clogged arteries here for a moment. Clogged arteries, the garlic in clogged arteries can prevent and treat plaque buildup in the arteries if you're eating a lot of garlic. So here we have garlic good for eyesight. Now we have garlic good to increase circulation and prevent and treat plaque buildup in the arteries. It's typically taken in capsules, garlic, but fresh garlic is also effective. You just want to make sure and mince it up real good. You don't want chunks of garlic. You cannot swallow chunks of garlic. Chunks of garlic can burn a hole in your stomach, so you don't want to swallow chunks of garlic. You want to mince it up, and that'll be just fine. And then and get plenty of fresh garlic, or garlic capsules, or get odorless garlic capsules. And clinical trials with garlic have found that consuming fresh garlic or garlic supplements can lower cholesterol levels and prevent blood clots and destroy plaque, says the University of Maryland Medical Center. That's the study that they say, garlic for circulation. And it looks like we have a open mic. I'm going to go find that open mic and make sure that it's closed up. And we got a couple of open mics here in the Sacramento area and in the Atlanta area. If you do have a question or a suggested topic that we should do after we talk about clogged arteries and circulation and so forth, if you do have a topic, please just press your start key 2 times. That will open your microphone and you can say, hey, Truman, let's talk about whatever you want me to talk about. I don't prescribe. I don't diagnose. I'm not playing doctor here. I'm just simply giving you the information from over 50 years of research. Do you have a question or a comment? Press your start key 2 times and ask it now.
Dr. Truman?
Yes, go ahead.
I want to give a testimony.
Okay. We will love to hear your testimony. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had a situation where the doctor had said my blood levels were very low and that it could lead to me fainting a lot or just, passing out, just going through those spells. And I had spoken to you, and in 10 days of that time that you asked me, to call back the doctors, with one of the products I ordered off the website, my blood level went from a 5 up to an 8, which was very good news to my basically they claimed that I was low in iron. And the doctors were telling me it's going to take months and I may not even get up there because if I had to go on my period, it's going to drop my blood levels down and all this other stuff. And they were like, I don't see how you're going to do it. But I'm shocked. I'm shocked. And I'm glad, I'm grateful. And they want to see me again in 2 more weeks to see how much higher than a level 8 that I'm going to get. You know, so.
Wow. So.
So I decided I'm just going to keep on taking 30 drops 3 times a day now.
What product are you taking, sister?
I believe it's I have it in my truck right now, driving. It's not formula, I think BLD formula, I think is what it is.
What did you
remember the formula name, the number?
Or what was the
number?
What was this? Okay, was it high blood pressure drops? Or
no, it's for blood level because my iron was very low.
Anemia.
Anemia, yes.
That's it. So you took the anemia formula. That's going to take care of the blood levels. It's got yellow dock in it that is 40% natural iron. Yeah, that anemia formula is wonderful, and you're getting results from it. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
They diagnosed me with anemia. I don't think they're going to be able to diagnose me with that now because they were expecting for me not to be able to get up on my levels for months and months and months.
That's right. That's because they use synthetic iron, and what you're getting is 40% natural iron from yellow dock in that anemia relief formula number 1015, number 1015, 1015. Anemia relief has dandelion root, barberry bark, parsley, yellow dock, myrrh, kelp, and alfalfa. So it's loaded with nutrients and minerals and iron. And that's great. So you just stay with that, sister, and thank you for that testimony. Bless you, and I pray that you stay blessed.
Oh, you too. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you again. So there we go, folks. There's a testimony, and we get them all the time. We've been getting a lot of testimonies, especially with diabetes. We have so many people coming to us that don't have diabetes after 6 weeks. Got a testimony the other day. A fellow was on it for had diabetes for 15 years, and up on Facebook's, his girlfriend said, well, he don't have diabetes anymore after 15 years, and he's at the gym right now working out, and he's lost 30 pounds. And that was a testimony. And then just above that testimony was another testimony. A woman, and I kind of had to blush when I read that. It said, Truman is amazing because my friend's mother had cancer, and in 3 months she had no more cancer. So we keep getting these kinds of testimonies, and that does encourage me to continue this work because I do this on by donation alone, and I could use more donations, but I'll never quit doing this as long as I can keep going. So anyway, that sure is a blessing, so just keep up the good work with those. It's hard to change your lifestyle and do something that the medical doctors don't understand, which they don't understand natural remedies because they're poison drug pushers. They don't know about natural remedies, and some of them do know a few things about them. And those that do, well, bless their heart. There's a few doctors out there that aren't closed-minded, and they use natural remedies, but not very many. Most doctors are threatened buy natural remedies because they know that they're better than their poison drugs. So let's get back over here to circulation. We talked about garlic, and anything that's going to be good for circulation is going to be good for coronary artery disease. It's going to be good for the heart. And one of the first things you want to do when there's bad circulation, besides garlic and ginger in your diet, is use something. Make sure that the digestive tract is working perfectly, because you're going to have bad circulation if you've got bad digestion. If your blood is dirty and needs to be cleaned up with herbs and drained out of the body. And there's a system to doing that. You use a CAC liquid that has all these herbs in there that clean the bloodstream, clean up the digestive tract, and help and feed the liver and trigger the liver to get rid of all the junk out of your body. And you're in charge. See, a lot of people don't understand that you need to have 2 or 3 bowel movements every day. Every day. Some people don't have 2 or 3 bowel movements every week. And that's what's wrong, because that's the source system of the body. Every bowel movement should be so soft that it breaks up in a cloud when you flush the toilet. When you flush that toilet, that should break up in a cloud. And that means the source system of the body is getting rid of things, because a hard stool means that you are reabsorbing what you're trying to get rid of. So the CAC liquid is designed to be non-habit forming, clean up the bloodstream, clean up the digestive tract, and feed and protect and get the liver to go back to work again and do its job. So you're in charge. Some people have a very sensitive digestive tract, and they would only take a teaspoon of CAC liquid, number 1078. And then other people will say, I need a whole tablespoon or 2 tablespoons. And it really cleans me out, cleans up my bloodstream, and makes my eyesight clear, and I feel better when everything's working like that. And so it's up to you. Start with a small amount. Start with a teaspoon. And go to a tablespoon if that's what it takes to keep those bowel movements soft. We're not talking about flushing uncontrollable diarrhea. We're not talking about that. We're talking about soft bowel movements, not hard, not well formed, soft. And that's what we want. So that's how we do it with the CAC liquid. If there is constipation, instead of the 1078 CAC liquid, you would get number 4110 CAC tea. That's an herbal tea, and it will get rid of constipation. It will train the bowel to go back to work again. You might need 1 or 2 cups a day to start with, but over time, then all you need is 1.5. Then you only need 1. Then you'll need half a cup. Then you don't need anything at all, because it makes the bowel go back to work again. It gets that peristaltic muscle toned up, and the bowel goes back to work again. And when you're cleaning out, whether it's with the CAC liquid or the number 4110 CAC tea to get rid of constipation, when you're doing that, you're taking a fiber to absorb all the things you're getting rid of, so you have no healing crisis. It's not coming out your skin. Anybody with skin problems, anybody with eye problems, anybody who has digestive problems, this is what you do. You clean up the digestive tract, and you clean all the debris out of the body. You're cleaning up the bloodstream. You're cleaning out the tissues of the body. You're draining it out the bowel, and you're using a fiber called Truman's fiber with bentonite clay. Again, I invented it. I invented all these products, but I get nothing from the sale of any product. It's the only reason I can teach. If I got anything from it, the government would harass me to death. And they tried. They already did. Until I finally got vindicated by a federal judge who told him to leave me alone because what I'm doing is not illegal. I'm helping people. And the judge got it, and the FDA, hanging their head, left the courtroom. And so Truman's fiber, what you're doing here with that fiber by adding that's a powder. So the first one is a liquid or a tea. And the second thing I'm talking about is a fiber that is a powder you're going to put in some juice. Truman's fiber with bentonite clay, by taking the psyllium in that fiber. It's an herb composed mostly of a type of soluble fiber. It can also help in lowering cholesterol, a key cause of plaque overgrowth in the arteries, causing poor circulation. And a multiple double-blind clinical trials have found that psyllium can lower cholesterol and triglyceride levels in the blood, says the University of Michigan Health System. And taking 10 to 30 grams of psyllium daily, divided into separate doses, taken 30 minutes to 1 hour after meals, can lower cholesterol blood sugar levels, notes the University of Maryland Medical Center. So we have a lot of studies that show that this works. And so you've got that fiber that's soaking up all the things you're trying to get rid of. It's all full of all kinds of nutrients that feeds and detoxifies the body. It has bentonite clay in it that acts like a magnet to toxins and pulls the toxins to the bentonite clay and holds all this to it, takes it out of the body, and you never get a headache. You don't feel bad. You're getting rid of all this junk, and that really helps when there is bad circulation or if you have a clotting disorder. There's also Google, and we're not talking about the internet website. We're talking about the herb, Guggul, Google, Guggul. Although that herb, scientific studies have found mixed results with Google. Taking 3 to 6 grams of Google per day might help to lower high cholesterol levels, thus reducing plaque buildup in the arteries, says the University of Maryland Medical Center. The University of Maryland notes, however, that Google has been most effective at lowering cholesterol in populations of people who eat traditionally low-fat diets, and not so much in Western-style diets that are high in fat. And evidence from double-blind clinical trials with Google, Guggul, suggests that taking Google can significantly improve cholesterol and triglyceride levels in people, says University of Michigan Health System. Okay, another sip of liquid here. Another sip of liquid. Stay with me. And I'm sipping on some more liquid here. Okay, and we're talking about bad circulation. And if we're talking about bad circulation, you want to know about an herb called hawthornberry, which has been used in traditional medicine to treat cardiovascular disease. Taking 160 to 1,800 milligrams per day, 160 to 1,800 milligrams of hawthornberry per day, divided into 2 or 3 doses, can help prevent plaque formation in arteries, lower high cholesterol, and lower high blood pressure, says the University of Maryland Medical Center. It's the polyphenols called rutin and quercetin contained in hawthorn have antioxidant properties that can improve cardiovascular health and stop plaque buildup. According to animal and test tube studies cited by the University of Maryland, hawthorn also helps regulate the heartbeat, dilate blood vessels, and decrease peripheral vascular resistance, says the Herb Growing and Market Network. And hawthorn is found in most herbal remedies for treating hardening of the arteries and angina and heart weakness, according to the Herb Growing Marketing Network. Now, horny goatweed. So Google is number 3451. Hawthornberry is number 3457. Horny goatweed. I'm running out of voice here. Horny goatweed has been used to treat hardening of the arteries or diseases associated symptoms. Horny goatweed. This herb, horny goatweed, might improve symptoms of electrocardiogram findings in people with hardening of the arteries, according to the studies cited by the University of Michigan. What did you say?
Where?
Hello.
Where?
I can hear you there. I guess it's in Sacramento or Atlanta. Do you have a question? No question. Okay, we have an open mic.
I'm backing out.
Do you have a question? Okay, we just happen to have an open mic. We're closing it up, and there was no question. And this happens all the time. So we're talking about about hawthornberry, and then we're talking about horny goatweed, but because it improves the symptoms of the electrocardiogram findings when you're using horny goatweed. It helps people with hardening of arteries, according to the studies cited in the University of Michigan Health System. Then there's turmeric. Turmeric, again, crossing the blood-brain barrier, good for the eyesight, good for the circulation, good for the heart. Turmeric, the active compound in turmeric, curcumin, can prevent blood platelet coagulation and rid arteries of plaque formation, according to animal and preliminary human studies cited by the University of Michigan Health System. So turmeric again. And in traditional Chinese medicine, turmeric has been used to invigorate the blood, says the Herb Growing and Marketing Network. Turmeric's strong antioxidant actions can protect LDL cholesterol from being oxidized, thus lowering blood cholesterol and preventing plaque buildup. Turmeric. That's right, turmeric. Number 3890. What a wonderful herb for eyesight, for clogged arteries, for the heart. Turmeric. So many different things. Comes in a liquid tincture extract. Comes in a powder. You can put it on food, in food. Get it in your diet. It's in mine. And we talked about horny goatweed, number 3473. And we talked about ginger. In my kitchen, I have ginger. I use it all over the place anytime I can. So taking 10 grams or 1 heaping teaspoon or more of ginger root per day can reduce platelet stickiness and help clear arteries of plaque, says the University of Michigan Health System. And taking either ginger, dry ginger, or fresh ginger can affect blood platelets, but the dosage must be at least 10 grams or a heaping teaspoon of ginger. And ginger contains more than 12 antioxidants and can help reduce serum cholesterol levels and improve circulation and lower the risk of blood clots, says the Herb Growing and Marketing Network. Ginger. And if you want it as a tincture extract, number 3404. Or just get, like I say, get a big ginger root and use at least a heaping teaspoon of it every day. And bilberry fruit, again, for the eyes, also, like turmeric, bilberry fruit, which is good for eyesight. It's also good for circulation, can also prevent blood platelet aggregation, which causes clots and plaque formation, says the University of Michigan Health System. And the studies have shown that bilberry fruit can affect heart contractions and blood vessels, as well as prevent blood clots. And that comes from the Herb Growing and Marketing Network also. So that's it. Those are the things. Like that bilberry fruit, you can get it as a liquid. Number 3084, bilberry fruit. Number 3084. That's it. That is how to get rid of bad circulation and eyesight. And you'll see that those products were overlapping each other in both those reports. Isn't that interesting? In the eye health report and in the report about clogged arteries. And those reports that I created are up on the website herbalhealthreview.com. Under common conditions, you'll find those reports. And here we are back again. And we are back again. And does anyone have a question or a comment or a suggestion? Press your start. Go ahead. What is that, please?
I wanted to touch up on a topic that you kind of covered, but you didn't. I don't know if this falls into the category of macular degeneration, but it's a disease called keratoconus, where your cornea wears away, and as it wears away, it starts to bulge out, and it causes blurry and double vision. But it's degenerative, and I want to know if you had any info on that specifically, because you didn't really touch the cornea particularly.
That eye formula. When you do that eye report, that's going to change everything. When you're using that eye formula, number 1168, the research on that tells me that is going to be the type of thing that you'd be interested in, doing that eye rinse. And taking and I'm not prescribing or diagnosing for you. Is that clear?
Yeah. What was the number again?
Again, that eye formula is number 1168. And you're putting a little bit of, and you're using that eye formula number 1168, and you're using it according to about 3 drops of it is all you have to use. And so if you get a 2-ounce bottle, it's going to last you long enough to know that it's really working, or it's not. And I would really want you to come back on and let us know if that helped you, because I'm not promising any cures here or anything like that. I don't do that. But I can promise you that if you try that number 1168 and add a little bit of that MSM powder in there, 1/8 of a teaspoon, number 4815, and if you get a colloidal silver water generator, so you don't have to buy the water, because the water is $60 a quart. I invented a little box about the size of a deck of cards that never wears out, is guaranteed for life, And that colloidal silver water generator box will make all the colloidal silver water for the rest of your life, and at 25 cents a quart instead of $60. It is the state-of-the-art natural antibiotic. You can spray it in the eyes. That's what they do with a newborn baby, so there is no eye infection. The eyes cannot be infected when you're using colloidal silver water. And so but you don't want to buy it at $60 a quart. You want to get the box that never wears out, that comes already put together, and it's portable. It runs on 3 9-volt batteries, and it'll run on them for a year or two, and then you have to replace the batteries probably, because the little light on the front of the box gets weak. When you tap the wires together, that's the only reason the little light is there, to tell you the strength of the batteries. So every time you make a batch, every time you make a quart of colloidal silver water worth $60, every 10 minutes, and it only costs you 25 cents, and you got a quart of colloidal silver water that you can spray into the eyes like they do a newborn baby's eyes in a hospital, or like a silver salve that is in every burn ward in the world, because it's the safest natural antibiotic. All it does is those submicroscopic particles of silver carrying an electric charge are negatively charged, and viruses, funguses, bacteria are positively charged. Like a magnet, it draws itself right to these viruses, funguses, bacteria, any kind of an infection. It penetrates those cells, disables the oxygen, and those cells die. They never build up an immunity. Does no harm to the body. That's all it does. It's so wonderful. If you're using any kind of a salve or an ointment or a liquid on your skin, if you spray a little on your, on your hand first before you spray it on the ointment or the salve, now you have something that is absolutely destroys any bacteria, fungus, or virus. So it's absolutely wonderful for the skin. And if you hold it in your mouth, it will get rid of a tooth infection and reduce, it'll take that tooth decay, and over a period of time, it will kill that tooth decay. That's why it's in a special formula called Oral Care Refresh, Brush, and Rinse, because that colloidal silver water can not only stop tooth decay, but when you combine it with certain herbs, then it can toughen the gums, toughen the teeth, put enamel on your teeth, harden the enamel of the teeth, and get rid of any tooth abscesses and tooth decay, and reverse it. And then you never have to go to a dentist again. Yeah. So that's Oral Care Refresh, Brush, and Rinse, but it's made with colloidal silver water. So you want to get a colloidal silver water generator. Costs about $90, and that's it, one time. All these other generators out on the market, $200-300, not guaranteed for life. This one, $90, guaranteed for life, comes all put together. It's a colloidal silver water generator. Number 4576 is its number. I think that's correct. Let me just take a look. Number 4576. Okay, I'm going to test myself here, see if I really did remember the number. I'm going over here on betterhealthherbs.com right now because they're having a 30% off sale. So that generator, you can get a 30% discount when you on the internet. When you go to betterhealthherbs.com. I'm on betterhealthherbs.com right now, and I'm looking at, and I'm clicking on our store, and I'm going over here and I'm putting in 4576, and see if I gave you the right number for the colloidal silver water generator. I did. That is the number for the colloidal silver water generator. So if you went to betterhealthherbs.com and you went into their search engine box, not on the internet, but on the health and herbs search box, quick find box, and put in 4576, you can then look at that generator that is normally $90 and you can get it at 30% discount, and all of the things that I mentioned here today, because they're running a sale. All you need is when you order it on the internet is when it asks you if you have a coupon. The coupon is the word SAVE BIG. SAVEBIG. Save Big gets you a 30% discount on the Health and Herbs website, betterhealthherbs.com. Betterhealthherbs.com, product 4576. The generator that comes completely all ready to go out of the box and will last you a lifetime. So that's something you needed to know about.